Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our Behind Her Brand Monday Morning Brew. I am the founder of Behind Her Brand. If this is your first time joining us, I am so thankful and grateful that you are spending a few minutes of your Monday, whether you're joining us live or you're watching us a little bit later in the day. Thank you for your time. I hope you got your brew. I got mine. Today's going to be a little bit of a short and sweet message, but I hope, as always, that something is shared that challenges you or even inspires you in what it is that you're doing. So today I wanted to come from the thought that I don't want to say this best. You know how with everything happening in the economy, um, gas prices, groceries, so much is affecting each of us every single day. And I have been hearing so many conversations, y'all, over the last few months from people that are entrepreneurs, people that are building that, hey, people are not signing up like they used to. They're not buying like they're used to. They're not doing this, that, and the other like they're used to. So what's happening is that many times people are not showing up fully because they feel like people have bigger and more important things to spend their money on, obviously like food and gas and things of that nature. And it hit me when I overheard somebody talking about this a couple of weeks ago. And when I got in my car, I was like, God, you handle everything. He is our source for everything, right? Now, I'm not telling you nothing that none of y'all know. You know, He's our source. And He has never called us into worry. He's never called us to say, oh, I can't do this, that, and the other. I can't pursue, God, what you told me to do because of the economy, because of this. Now, I'm not saying that we don't have to use wisdom in how we move and what we spend things on, but I find that oftentimes when He's called you to do something, when He's asked you to pursue something, when He's asked you to build something, He doesn't ask you to do that with the condition of, I want you to worry about what's happening around you. He calls us to do that because He's challenging us to trust Him in the midst of what's happening. And as I'm talking, just a side note, whatever it is you're building, creating, and working on, if you feel comfortable, post it below. Y'all know that I did a Monday Morning Brew a few months ago where I said it's hard for people to support you if they don't know what you're doing, right? So during this, as I finish this today, post below that here's what I do, here's what I'm creating, here's what I'm building, because you never know whose eyes are going to fall on this. Okay. So that's my side note. But what made me really think about this and why I wanted to share it today is because I want to encourage someone listening today that don't hold back on what it is that you're doing. Don't hold back on what it is that you're building, making decisions for someone else. And this is what I wrote, and then I'm going to share with you guys how this showed up in my own life. I wrote here, like, let's stop making decisions for people before they even get an opportunity to make one for themselves. Yes, the economy may look uncertain, but that does not mean that people have stopped investing in what matters to them. Don't let fear talk you out of showing up boldly, launching your idea, or continuing to build upon what you're offering or whatever service you may be offering. Do not let what we see around us stop us from moving forward. Your job is not to decide who can afford it, who will support it, or who will say yes. Your job is to show up, be consistent, and give people the opportunity to choose. So I put on here, like, let's not shrink what we're building based off of assumptions. You don't know if someone's going to say yes. You don't know if someone's going to buy your book. You don't know if they say, you know what, I'm willing to make this investment. There is still room for growth, impact, and success, even with the economy. And I had an example recently I wanted to share. Many of you all saw my post about the She Can, and that was the response has been phenomenal. But we also have so many organizations, human trafficking groups who have young girls who are like they want to come. We've had foster care homes. We've had so much um, incredible feedback to where what we thought was going to be one set of number has ballooned to be like 80 plus. And what we always do is do sponsorships for each girl. We ask a professional woman to sew into them like $50, for each girl, or if she wants to do a set of girls. So I remember, not remember, sorry. So when this happened, I was talking to a good friend. She's been visiting from Texas here for the last couple of weeks, and we've been spending some really, really good time together. And I was telling her, I said, okay, we thought we were going to have this set of numbers, but it's growing and growing and growing. And I had reached out to a couple people, and they were like, oh, I wish I could, but the economy with gas and everything. And I was thinking, I said, okay, is what I have a feeling that we were going to run into some of this. And she said, no, She says, God can and will do something. She says, watch how he works. And she goes, and I'm going to jump in. And she said, I'm going to help too. And so she made a couple of phone calls, and within literally 1 hour, 20 girls were sponsored. And as I reached out to more of the women in my life, I mean, we've been literally getting these girls sponsored. And here's the thing, and why am I sharing this? Is because the economy can be one thing, but if you don't give people the opportunity to say yes or no, you don't know if they're going to be able to sow into what it is that you're doing and what it is that you're building. Let's not ever make the assumption that because of what we see, that someone may not choose to work with you, may not choose to hire you, may not choose to come to your event. Let's not make that decision for them. All we should do is give them the opportunity to make that decision. And I just want to encourage someone today, um, as you are setting out for this week, is there something, is there someone, is there an opportunity that you know that you have that you should be putting out there? Is there someone that you feel like, man, they've been on my heart for me to share this with, but I didn't want to because I know they're doing this, that, and the other? And let me share another caveat. One of the couples that actually said, hey, I want to sponsor 10 of the girls, she was telling me, she says, I know their financial situation. And it blew her mind that they said yes. She's like, I would have never thought they would because I know their situation. But when she spoke to them, they said, no, we believe in this. This is something we can invest in. This is something that, despite our situation, we want to pour into these young girls if they want to do something better with their lives. So, because we presented the opportunity to them, they made the decision to move forward despite what's happening in their personal situation. And they felt really good about that. So, I just wanted to hop on here. Like I said, today's going to be kind of a short and sweet. But what I do want you to do, and I want to encourage you if you're listening to this today, put your business below. Share like, hey, this is what I'm building and this is what I could really use support on. And you never know who's going to see this. You never know if someone on a random Thursday come across this page and they see that. We know that sometimes it shows up in our Google search, the current Monday Morning Brew. You never know whose eyes are going to be on this. Give people in your life the opportunity to support you. Give them the opportunity to help you build, to help you grow. Don't take that decision from them. Don't do that. And I'm going to end on this note here. So often, we can say two things out of one mouth. We can say that we trust God, that we believe in him, that he's our source. We can sing the songs, he's a way maker, promise keeper. We can do all those things, and we can say that and say that with such conviction, right? And on the same token, we can say, man, I can't afford this, I can't do that, I can't put this out there because I know people are struggling. I can't. We talk out of both sides of our mouth, and we are called not to do that. In the same way that we say he's a promise keeper, right? He's a way maker. He's our provider. In the same way we can say those things, we can say, okay, Lord, you called me to do this. So I know you'll make the way. But I can't just sit back here and just hope that you make the way. I got to put it out there. I got to market. I got to show up. I got to be true to myself in this space. I can't sit back here and assume that people are not going to sign up and not do this and the other. I will tell you, I had people that encouraged me not to do my conference, not to do the awards because of the economy that we're in. But I did it anyway. And many people don't know that we have a large audience of women that come. They fly in. They don't live in Dallas, Texas. I would say probably about a good 80% fly in from New York, California, Florida, Tennessee. I mean, from all over, they fly in. And they all said flights were way more expensive in this economy than it was in times past when they flew in. But they felt like it was worth the investment to come. So what if I took that from them? I would have taken away opportunities that I've been since hearing women who are now doing business together, women that are connecting, women that are now doing really cool accountability groups. Like that opportunity would have never been given to them if I said, no, I'm not going to do this. But I listened to what God told me, said, move forward. Don't you dare stop. And so I did that. I listened to him and was obedient. And now it opened up doors for other people. And that's what happens when we are obedient to the things that we're called to do. So let's post below. Let's believe that no matter what we see going on around us, that All we need to do is do what we are called to do. And let's trust what God does next when we're obedient to what we are called to do. So I hope to see many of your businesses below. I hope to see many of you guys engaging with each other, because even if you see something that's listed that's not something that you could use, maybe you know someone that could. All right. So thank you guys. And I would love to also hear your feedback on this. Like, how are you approaching the economy? How are you approaching um, that? Maybe some of you guys have that tussle of, I didn't know if I should because of this, that, and the other. Share below. What are your thoughts around what I shared today? How have you been dealing with growing and building in this new economy? Whatever you can share that can be helpful and encouraging, please post that below. Would absolutely love to hear it. All right, ladies, you guys have an amazing, amazing day. And I pray that as you build, as you grow, and as you share, that you see the harvest of the seeds that you've sown. You see the harvest of all your hard work. And that more importantly, you see the harvest so that you can be a blessing to someone else. All right, ladies, have an amazing week.